Hello and welcome to another episode of The Mom. My name is Rashida Yahaya. I believe you have subscribed to my channel. If you haven't done that yet, please hurry up and subscribe so that you won't miss a lot about what I've been doing. The Mom is a program where I talk about motherhood, the child's upbringing, and so on. But today I'm going to talk about single motherhood. Single motherhood has been something that has been a challenge to so many women. It can happen either ways, whether by death, your husband died and you're left with your own children. It can be through divorce, or to those women who give birth outside wedlock, and then they are saddled with the responsibility of taking care of their child or the children. Well, it's something that is not easy, especially when you are the one being responsible to do that. So it doesn't come easy. But how do you intend to find it easy and make it easy upon yourself? Well, what I do in my own situation is that make sure that you carry your children along in whatever you do. Let them know the true situation of things. Be their best friends. Always involve them in one decision making or the other. Don't allow frustration or something to come in between that relationship, because whoever says it's going to be easy, it's not easy at all. Another thing is that you need to try to fight the stigma, because there's this stigma attached to single motherhood. No matter your best, the society are not just buying it. You see, sometimes whatever it is, your children are never a good enough in the society. But who cares? What can you do? It's not as if you brought certain things upon yourself willingly. Stuff happen, or one has to just go with the situation and how it's presented in itself. So I'm calling on the society. You know, there are so many children that are doing better than those that actually grew up with their both parents. Because most times, look at the rich kids around, they are even the ones that sometimes get spoiled. Those children single-handedly brought up by a woman, sometimes a single mother, she puts her heart through everything she wants to do. In fact, she gives it her best. She gives it her all. Because many women, when they find themselves in such situation, they sacrifice their whole life. They sacrifice their entire life. They are no longer in any social circle. They drop anything that has to do with their own life. Their own focus is about those children. So I think for society to be fair to those women is for them to actually appreciate them. Look for a way, look at how to encourage them and empower them in what they are doing, not to stigmatize. Because you find out that some people will not even want their male children to get married to a girl that is from a broken home. Just some few days ago, it was more of a discussion than an argument. Someone was saying he was not allowed to marry a girl from a broken home, because at the end of the day they end up being the feminists. Well, it's not necessary that. There are so many things that can make a woman to become a feminist. It might be how she grew up. Someone might even grow up in their own parents' house, especially now that we are seeing a lot of abuses where men are abusing their daughters. You find out that a man is sleeping with his own daughter. Certain things like that can be traumatizing, but not necessarily that a girl from a broken home cannot make a good wife. No. Another thing again, you find out that people doesn't see, like I said earlier, people doesn't really appreciate the children that are being brought up by a single mother. Anything they do, they'll say, what do you expect? After all, they are being raised by a woman. Whereas if you dig deeply, there are so many men today that are just like pictures in their own house. They don't do anything. most men these days are in pursuit of wealth, riches, money, and they've left the responsibility to the women. Go to schools now, when it's PTA, you will hardly find 30% of men that go to represent their children in PTA. Go to all these school activities, you always find women. Like a few days ago, I was in a school, and most of the parents that were coming to register their children were women. So where are the men? Nobody is saying they are not trying in their search for the livelihood for the family, but at least I see no harm in taking a break, just a day from your working place. In fact, just hours to go and do certain things. You don't know, children appreciate those things, and they actually pick it up. They keep it into, they put it into consideration when you don't even visit their school. I mean, every child would want to show off their parents, my dad is around, so on and so forth. You don't have to always let the woman to do that. So what am I trying to say in essence is that it's not every child that grows up in a family that is necessarily being raised by both parents. Some of the parents are just there. It's always the woman. The men, some men believe their responsibility is solely to just go and make money, and then the woman will do everything. No. You have a responsibility. Sit with your children, talk to them, especially the male children. If you're not giving them so much attention, you don't know the harm you're doing to them, because everybody wants a role model. Create time to at least sit with those children. So, to sum it up, single motherhood is not such a taboo that the society should stigmatize the children because they are not being brought up in both under the same roof of both their parents. But I hope you're convinced that, and you agree with me, that a lot of single mothers have brought up such responsible men in the society, or children in general. Like, for example, look at Anthony Joshua, that everybody is so crazy about now. Anthony Joshua, left, right, and center. Anthony Joshua was brought up by a single mother, because we've seen his mother and we've not seen who his father is. So I think there is nothing wrong in that. I hope the society and the people will soften the stigma against single mothers and help them, motivate them, and encourage them to keep doing what they are doing. Please comment on the comment section. Let's know how you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to follow us and follow me on my various social media handles running on the screen. I am at Rashida2 on Twitter, Rashida's blog on Instagram, and please subscribe to the channel. Let's grow. This is 2020. Let's grow. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way next time with another interesting episode. And very soon I'm going to be collaborating with some moms. I'll be bringing in some moms to talk about some certain issues too, so that they will share their own experience. Thank you for watching. I'm Rashida. Bye.